Welcome to the enchanting world of chocolate making, where our journey begins in the lush greenery of a tropical plantation under the warm morning sun. These beautiful cacao pods are the treasures of the tropics, holding the secret to the most exquisite flavors that we will soon transform into premium bars. Selection starts at the source, picking only the perfectly ripened fruits to ensure the natural sugars and acids are balanced for a complex flavor profile later. With a swift and precise strike, the pod opens to reveal a treasure trove of seeds covered in a sweet, milky white pulp of pure nature. Every single bean is harvested with care, preserving the delicate mucilage that will play a vital role during the natural fermentation process in the next step. The beans are then placed into large wooden crates, where nature begins its magic through fermentation, developing the essential precursors for that classic chocolate aroma. As the temperature rises within the boxes, the beans undergo a profound chemical change, losing their bitterness and gaining deep, complex notes of fruit and earth. Manual stirring is crucial during these days, ensuring that every bean ferments evenly and that oxygen circulates to cultivate the best possible flavor development throughout. Once fermented, the beans are brought out to the drying beds, where the intense tropical sun will slowly reduce their moisture content to a stable level. Raking the beans creates beautiful patterns and ensures they dry uniformly, preventing any mold and locking in the precious flavors developed during the fermentation stage. Listen to the sound of quality. As the moisture leaves, the beans become hard and brittle, signaling they are ready for their long journey to the workshop. Initial sorting happens right here on the field, removing any natural debris and ensuring only the cleanest, highest quality beans make it to the next phase. The pride of the artisan is reflected in these beans, knowing that their hard work in the plantation is the foundation of a world-class chocolate bar. They are carefully packed into breathable burlap sacks, preserving their integrity while they await transport to our state-of-the-art refining facility for further processing. Each sack represents the harvest of many trees, a concentrated essence of the land that is now ready to be transformed into a culinary masterpiece. Precision is key, even at this early stage, as we measure the moisture levels to guarantee the beans will roast perfectly without any unwanted residual water. As the sun sets on the plantation, we conclude the first chapter of our story, moving from the raw beauty of nature to the precision of science. The transformation is about to begin, as the outer shell prepares to give way to the intense, dark soul hidden within every single fermented bean. The transition from farm to factory marks a shift towards absolute cleanliness and technical refinement, ensuring the highest standards of safety and taste for you. Welcome to the refining phase, where modern technology takes over. The beans are poured into advanced vibrating sieves to begin their thorough cleaning and sorting. Every impurity is removed with mechanical precision, separating the beans by size to ensure that the roasting process in the future will be perfectly consistent. Air filtration systems work tirelessly to remove any light dust or chaff, leaving behind only the pure, heavy beans that are worthy of becoming premium chocolate. A gentle mist of purified water cleanses the surface of the beans, ensuring that every single one is free from any external residues from the field. The beans now shine under the factory lights, a testament to the rigorous cleaning process that prepares them for the high-temperature stages ahead of our journey. Super-fast drying systems use controlled air currents to remove every trace of surface moisture, preventing any rehydration of the beans before they enter the roaster. This rhythmic dance of the beans on the vibrating table is essential for final sorting, ensuring that no flat or broken seeds pass through this gateway. Human oversight remains vital. Our technicians inspect the flow, guaranteeing that only the most perfect specimens move forward to the heat of the ovens. Every parameter is monitored digitally, from the speed of the belts to the temperature of the drying air, maintaining a perfect environment for flavor preservation. The clean beans are now gathered in the hopper, ready to be introduced to the intense, aromatic heat that will define their ultimate flavor profile soon. Precision in volume is critical to ensure that every batch is roasted under the exact same conditions, maintaining the signature taste of our premium dark chocolate. The scale of our facility allows us to process these precious beans with the care they deserve, combining industrial efficiency with artisanal attention to every detail. Hygiene is our highest priority, as the purity of the cacao must never be compromised by the environment in which it is being meticulously handled today. Automation and craftsmanship work hand in hand, with robotic precision ensuring that the beans are handled with the utmost consistency throughout this entire purification and sorting process. High-tech optical sensors scan each bean in milliseconds, rejecting any that don't meet our strict color and quality criteria with a quick puff of compressed air. Once cleaned and sorted, the beans rest briefly, allowing their internal moisture to stabilize before the dramatic transformation of roasting begins in the next phase. Every batch is sampled and tested for purity, ensuring that our high standards are met before we commit these beans to the fires of the roaster. The drum begins to spin, and the heat rises. This is the moment where the raw potential of the bean is transformed into deep, aromatic chocolate soul. Inside the roaster, a complex Maillard reaction occurs, as proteins and sugars bond together to create hundreds of new flavor compounds that we love in chocolate. As the heat penetrates the beans, the natural oils begin to migrate to the surface, giving them a beautiful, oily sheen and releasing a heavenly scent. The moment the roaster opens, the air is filled with the intoxicating aroma of roasted nuts, coffee, and deep cocoa, signaling a successful and perfect roast. We must stop the roasting process immediately to prevent overcooking, using high-volume fans to rapidly cool the beans down to room temperature for the next step. Notice how brittle the shell has become. The heat has loosened its grip on the bean, making it ready to be separated from the precious cocoa nibs. The winnowing machine gently cracks the beans, breaking them into smaller pieces while preparing to blow away the light, paper-like shells that we no longer need. A powerful vortex of air lifts the light shells away, leaving behind only the pure, dense cocoa nibs, which are the concentrated heart of all chocolate flavor. These are cocoa nibs in their purest form. They are crunchy, intense, and full of the antioxidants and minerals that make dark chocolate a superfood. Our experts taste the nibs at this stage to evaluate the success of the roast, ensuring the bitterness is balanced by a pleasant, lingering, nutty aftertaste. The nibs are now moved through a closed system to maintain their purity, heading towards the heavy machinery that will turn these solids into a flowing liquid. The first stage of grinding breaks the nibs down into a coarse paste, as the friction begins to melt the natural cocoa butter within the cell walls. Watch as the solid nibs transform into this thick, viscous paste known as cocoa liquor, though it contains no alcohol, only the pure essence of cacao. Now we enter the most patient part of the process. Large granite stones will grind this liquor for many hours to achieve an unbelievable level of smoothness. The heat from the friction naturally melts the cocoa butter, turning the gritty paste into a glossy, flowing river of chocolate that is starting to look delicious. We add just the right amount of organic cane sugar to balance the intensity of the dark cocoa, enhancing its natural fruitiness without masking its deep character. The goal is to grind the particles down to less than 20 microns, smaller than the human tongue can detect, ensuring a perfectly silky mouthfeel later. This process, known as conching, also allows unwanted volatile acids to escape, mellowing the flavor and developing the sophisticated profile of premium dark chocolate. The ripples on the surface show the increasing fluidity and smoothness of the blend, a sign that the chocolate is reaching its peak physical state today. Patience is our secret ingredient. 48 hours of continuous grinding and aeration are required to achieve the level of perfection that we demand for you. The chocolate now flows like silk, a perfect marriage of cocoa solids, cocoa butter, and sugar, ready to be tempered and shaped into its final form. The finished chocolate liquor is moved to holding tanks, where it is kept warm and constantly stirred to maintain its homogeneous and smooth liquid state. The surface is so smooth it acts like a mirror, a visual indicator of the microscopic particle size we have achieved through our long bunching process. Now we begin the tempering process, the most scientific and precise stage, where we control the crystallization of the cocoa butter to ensure a perfect snap. The chocolate is carefully cooled and then slightly reheated to specific temperatures, encouraging the formation of stable type 5 crystals within the fat molecules. Precision is everything here. Even a fraction of a degree off can result in chocolate that is dull, soft, or develops unsightly white fat bloom over time. On the cold marble slab, an artisan demonstrates the traditional method, using the stone's natural coolness to rapidly draw heat away from the molten chocolate mass. Spreading the chocolate thin increases the surface area for cooling, while the constant motion ensures that the crystals are distributed evenly throughout the entire batch. With every scrape and fold, the chocolate gains a beautiful sheen, a sign that the stable crystals are multiplying and creating a strong, uniform internal structure. Look at the way it drapes. It has become thicker and more reflective, holding its shape better as it nears the perfect temperature for molding into bars. In our main production line, robotic arms ensure this same level of care is applied to every batch, combining human artistry with industrial consistency and speed. We perform a quick streak test to verify the temper. Within minutes, the chocolate should set firm with a glossy finish and no streaks or spots. Success is visible as the sample hardens perfectly. This batch is now ready to be poured into our signature molds to become your favorite chocolate bars. The clean, empty molds are warmed slightly to prevent thermal shock, moving in perfect synchronization toward the depositing station where the magic takes its final shape. Precision nozzles dispense the liquid gold with milligram accuracy, ensuring every bar is of uniform weight and thickness for a consistent tasting experience every single time. The molds are then vibrated vigorously to remove any trapped air bubbles, ensuring the surface is flawless and the internal structure is dense and perfectly solid. Every tiny bubble is forced to the surface, leaving a smooth, glass-like finish on the back of the bar, which is a hallmark of truly professional tempering. The chocolate now enters the cooling tunnel, where a gentle breeze of cool air will slowly set the bars, allowing the cocoa butter to lock in place. As they cool, the bars shrink slightly, naturally pulling away from the sides of the mold, making it easy to release them without any damage to their surface. The moment of truth arrives at the end of the line, where the molds are flipped and the completed chocolate bars slide out with effortless, shiny perfection. Look at that shine. A well-tempered dark chocolate bar should have a brilliant mirror-like gloss that reflects the light and promises a high-quality sensory experience. Our quality control team inspects every single bar by hand, ensuring that only those with a flawless finish and perfect form are allowed to be packaged. These stacks of dark chocolate are the result of days of hard work, from the tropical farm to this very moment of culinary and artistic achievement. We wrap our bars in gold foil to protect them from light and moisture, preserving the delicate aromatic compounds we worked so hard to develop throughout the process. The final packaging is just as elegant as the product inside, a beautiful box that reflects the premium nature of the treasure that is waiting for you. Ready to be shipped across the world, these bars carry the story of the cacao bean, the farmer, the roaster, and the chocolate maker in every single bite. Now comes the best part, the experience. As the gold foil is peeled back, the rich, deep aroma of dark chocolate fills the air around you. Notice the fine details and the deep mahogany color, a sign of high cocoa content and expert roasting that defines our signature premium dark chocolate bars. The snap is the ultimate test of quality. A crisp, loud sound tells you that the chocolate was tempered perfectly and the cocoa butter is in harmony. Let the piece sit on your tongue. Don't chew yet. Allow the warmth of your mouth to slowly melt the chocolate and release its complex flavor layers. First, you'll taste the bright acidity of the tropical fruit, followed by the deep, earthy bitterness of the roasted cocoa, and finally, a lingering nutty sweetness. Dark chocolate is a sophisticated companion, pairing beautifully with fine wines, coffees, and spirits, enhancing every moment with its rich and complex aromatic profile today. It is more than just food. It is a labor of love, a journey from the soil to your soul, crafted with precision, passion, and artistic dedication. We have seen the transformation from a raw tropical fruit into a refined masterpiece, a process that honors both the nature and the science of chocolate. Thank you for joining us on this extraordinary journey. Discover the true taste of premium dark chocolate and experience the art of perfection for yourself. From our hands to yours, enjoy the finest chocolate in the world, where every bar is a testament to our commitment to quality and pure flavor. Until next time, keep exploring the rich world of flavors, and remember that great chocolate always starts with the heart of a single cacao bean. Even before the pod, there is the blossom. 1,000 flowers to make one single pod, showing how precious each harvest truly is in the tropical cycle. Our facility never sleeps, as the patient process of conching and aging the chocolate continues through the night to ensure the flavor is absolutely perfect tomorrow.